State championship game, rematch of last year's title game, won by the Astros. Londonderry, the home team, the number 1 seed. The Astros, the number 3 seed. Pete Terrier, joined by Wyndham head coach Matt Case on the call. Matt, thanks for coming up here and joining us.
No problem, Pete. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm expecting a really hard-fought game between two good pitchers and two really good baseball teams. So, looking forward to it.
It's going to be Connor Fennell getting the start on the mound for Londonderry. Casey Watson will go. Leadoff batter for Pinkerton's their center fielder, Jacob Albert. And Fennell winds and fires, and we're underway as strike one is in there to Jacob Albert. After Albert, it'll be Brendan Horn, Jackson Marshall. We'll get to the Londonderry defense after this pitch. Second pitch hit back over the leaping Fennell, and the throw by the shortstop Hamilton gets the speedy Albert for the first out of the game. Defensively, it's Johan Pena at third, Hamilton right field. This is Brendan Horn, the super sophomore shortstop, with his first at bat, takes a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, Pete, that was a really good play by the shortstop because, as we both know from watching Albert play football, that kid could run. So you got to get rid of the ball quick whenever ball's hitting the ground.
He's got some speed. There's a ball hit hard to the third baseman Pena. Up with it, throws across. He's got the first 2 outs. Fennell does on a couple of ground balls.
He's working inside.
And he's athletic too.
Yeah, he can hit. He can definitely hit. I've seen him hit balls that I didn't think high school kids should be able to hit. He's got some raw strength. He
takes up a lot of that batter's box too. Big swing and a foul over to Corsetto in the on-deck circle. It's 1 strike count. Fennell has the first couple of outs on a minimum of pitches, and that's what he does. He just doesn't throw a lot of pitches.
He pound the zone, make your defense work, and that's how he gets so deep in the baseball games. That's how we win 9 against Bedford. You got to make your defense work, and he'll still rack up his 7, 8, 9 strikeouts a game.
1-1 count on Marshall. 2 outs in the top of the first. That's a swing and a miss, and the same type of result there, right to Corsetto in the on-deck circle. It's 1-2. Like right on the back line of that batter's box.
He lives in the back of that box.
Open stance too. That one's low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jackson Marshall.
If there's one weakness that he had against us, is he struggled with curveballs against us in our prelim game. So I wonder if that's something Fennell and Demas are going to take into account in this game.
2-2 pitch from Fennell. Waiting a long time to deliver this one, shaking off a couple of signs. Has the one he wants, and he winds and fires. And it misses low. What is that pitch? It seems to have a little.
I'm going to guess it's a slider. It's a little hard to tell since we're not directly behind the plate, but I bet you that was a slider, just trying to get him to chase or roll over weakly to the left side of the infield.
Full count on Marshall. 2 outs in the top of the first. Fennell trying to get out of it. 1-2-3. Fouled back to the screen. Remains full. 3-2.
Yeah, this is one kid. Even a 3-2 count, putting him on bases is not going to hurt you. He's with all due respect, he's not the fastest of athletes, so putting him on the bases isn't going to hurt you, rather than putting one over the fence.
Fennell ready. Another 3-2 pitch outside. He does put him on, and it is a walk. A good at bat by Jackson Marshall. Really seeing some pitches there.
That's good for the lineup, the dugout to see also. Make him work, see all his pitches, what he's throwing tonight, what's working, what's not working. So that's a real.
Kind of a diminutive cleanup hitter, especially when you got a big guy like Marshall. But he's got some pop for a smaller guy.
He 2-hopped their fence against us 2 weeks ago. So yeah, for a smaller guy, I don't know where it comes from, but he's got some pop in that bat.
Marshall leading off of first. Corsetto up the middle. Hamilton's going to flip to the shortstop. Anderson, I should say, flip to the shortstop Hamilton, and they get out of it. So a scoreless top of the first for Pinkerton. Londonderry gets their hacks for the bottom of the inning. It's the D1 state championship game. In the Londonderry order, Jaden Hamilton, Owen Carey, and Johan Pena. We'll give you the defense for the Astros in a bit. Tough sun on the right side of the field right now. Second baseman, first baseman, right fielder. Going to be dealing with that for a little while. First pitch from Watson, slings it in there for a strike.
I'm very curious to see Londonderry's game plan is tonight. When they get on base, they like to be very aggressive and run, but with Yanako behind the plate, he's one of the best catchers in the state, if not the best. So it'll be a good chess match with Demas and Pinkerton tonight.
So Hamilton fouls it off. 0-2. This umpire has a late strike call on a called strike, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, but he's a good one. He's one of the best that I've seen in the state this year, so he's the reason why he has a D1 game tonight.
Watson, 2 strikes on the leadoff batter, Hamilton. That one gets in there low.
I'll say if Watson could get his slider working tonight, then it's going to give Londonderry fits, because when it's on, it's sharp and it has late break, and it's very hard to pick up out of his hand with this arm angle he has.
He had a tremendous year. I mean,
he did.
He
really
didn't
did.
give up like many earned runs at all until late in the season.
Yeah. I don't know if it's fatigue wore him down towards the end of the year, but early on he was lights out.
That one misses inside. It's 2-2.
This is a big out because you got Owen Carey waiting on deck, and he's one of the better hitters in the state.
Carey had a big double in that come-from-behind win over Goffstown in the semis on Wednesday at Holman Stadium. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Hamilton. It's up the middle. It's going to get through for a base hit. Hamilton, the leadoff batter, is on for Londonderry. Their crowd getting into it. And that'll bring up Owen Carey. I'll give you the defense for Pinkerton. Preston Libby's your third baseman. Brendan Horn left. Jacob Albert in center. Kyle Archer is the right fielder. Carey the batter with Hamilton on at first. Watson pitching from the stretch. Fouled off. It's coming over here.
A lot of outfield to cover here, but Pinkerton's got Jacob Albert in center field, and that boy can cover a lot of ground really quickly. So it'll be exciting to see a ball hit in the gap and see if Jacob can go get it.
A little bit of a weird fence formation out there in center. It kind of takes a sharp dive in. Little mini triangle out there in center field off to the right center side. Watson's pitch hit hard right to the second baseman. Corsetto bobbles it. Gonna throw, gets him at first, now to third, and Hamilton came off the bag, but apparently he got the hand back on there. That was a close call.
Bang, bang.
Almost a double play.
It looked like when his hand came off that, the third baseman slapped the tag on, but I don't know if the umpire didn't have a good angle, but that was really close. And that's the aggressiveness I was just talking about. They're going to push them.
Big game the other night. He won the Buffalo Wild Wings Player of the Game award, gave him the gift card after the game. He had 3 RBIs in that game against Goffstown.
A good first pitch, starting up with a slider, try to get him roll over, make some weak contact, and try to get this guy to get himself out.
0-1 count on Pena. Runner at third, Hamilton. Londonderry trying to break it into the scoring column here in the first. That one's
There
hit.
it is. That'll work.
Shortstop Horn, it's going to get a run home. And he throws it away, but Marshall gets the tag. He came off the bag and tagged the runner coming his way. But it's an RBI ground out, a productive ground out by
Very
Johan
productive.
Pena, 1-0 Londonderry.
It just shows you that aggressiveness they like to have on the bases. Put the ball in play, guys on third base, less than 2 outs. You're going to score runs early and often. So it was good offensive work by the Lancers right there.
Guys, Rourke.
Yeah, off to UMass Lowell this fall. He's a good baseball player, good kid as well. So he's got a bright future, I'm sure, down there.
He's a kid we've covered for Londonderry basketball for a few years, and
Good athlete.
yeah,
Very good athlete.
yeah, good pitcher. He's got him playing at left field. They use him as a DH.
I think he split a little infield that time this year, but he's one of the better pitchers in the state, and clearly he can hit a little bit too.
Up the middle with the base hit by Rourke. Second hit of the first inning for Londonderry. They got a 2-out base runner for the right fielder, Liam Stott.
Their JV tournament.
He's on that New Hampshire Prospects team that my son is on, the 15U team. They just actually
first
picked
pitch.
him up.
I'm curious to see how long Campo lets this go before he gets the bullpen active, because against Portsmouth he was very quick to the bullpen with Leo Boucher. So this will be something to keep an eye on as the game goes on.
Runner at first. Rourke. Stott kind of hugs that back end of the batter's box too. Watson working from the stretch with a runner, Rourke on first. There goes Rourke. Pitches outside. The throw by Yanako gets into center field. Rourke thinking about it, but he's going to stay.
It's a very uncommon mistake by Yanako. Normally those throws are right on the bag. Normally those are probably putouts.
I think it's a 1-2 count on the batter. Runner at second now, Rourke. Stott with 2 outs. Swings and misses. Watson gets out of it. The strikeout ends the inning. First strikeout for him. Londonderry gets one on the RBI groundout by Johan Pena, and after one, they lead it 1-0. Barbuto, the DH, in there against Fennel in the top of the second. Pinkerton trailing by 1. Swing and a miss. It's Barbuto, Yanako, then Archer. That one's going to drop into right field. It could be extra bases. Barbuto's taking the turn. He's going to have to stay. Nice job by the right fielder, Stott, to get over there quickly.
A great piece of hitting. Ball's thrown on the outer half, and Barbuto lets it get deep and just shoots it to right field for a single.
At the plate, I should say. Runner on first, Barbuto with nobody out. Top second. That one's a low pitch that Heenan gobbles up.
Now, Fennel takes a little bit to get to the plate. He works quick, but he's got a little long delivery, so this is something you can take a look at and possibly take advantage of on the bases.
I don't know if you're DH, though. Barbuto is your speed guy, but we'll see if they're going to let him go. Another pitch misses low.
I love what Fennel's doing. He just gets the ball, gets back on the rubber, and just gets a sign and throws. Quick tempo tonight.
Swing and a miss.
Good slider by Fennel right there.
He throws it on 2-0 as well.
Yeah, he's not that's what makes him so tough. He can, as we like to call it, pitch backwards. You can throw breaking balls and fastball counts and make it work.
Yanako calls time. That one's laced up the middle. Base hit, Yanako. Barbuto moves up to second. So a couple of hits off Fennel here to start the second. And it's first and second, Pinkerton. Nobody out for Archer.
Right up.
Owen Carey certainly
he
thinks
is way
that's
in,
the plan. He's charging right in. And I think he was trying to bunt it past Carey. He was like in his shirt.
Yeah, that's dangerous, because if he pulls back, and I mean, you're not supposed to do that, but if he pulls back, you could take someone's head off. He was 4 feet from the dirt, the home plate dirt right there.
So when you say not supposed to do that, that's illegal?
I mean,
you're gonna get called out for doing that?
Not necessarily.
It's just bad form.
Yeah, like.
I mean, here comes Carey again. I mean,
like this. See?
And that's exactly what happened.
What I mean.
You're right, and it just falls foul.
I mean, if he could get a ball, you're not reacting in time right there. If that happens, that's just dangerous.
Yeah, you got to be brave, and Carey's over there kind of joking with the.
Yeah, Demas is talking to him now. He's like, "Don't do that." Yeah.
2 strikes now, so you got to think the bunt is off. Archer in an 0-2 hole against Fennel.
I'm expecting something off speed on the outer half. I could be wrong, but there it is.
Inner half swings and misses, so 3-pitch strikeout for Fennel when he needed it. 1 out in the inning. Sharp will hit next, the left fielder.
Pretty cool here. His mom's a math teacher at Londonderry.
Elijah?
Yeah. So
she's kind of torn?
Well, she's full on Elijah for this game, but
yeah.
I'm sure she's got some of her students are probably on the field right now.
Fennel delivers. Curveball.
Ooh, just messed up.
Yeah. Bottom of the order, Preston Libby is next. 1 out in the inning. Runners at first and second for Pinkerton. Fennel's going to deliver. That one stayed low.
It's patient.
2-0.
It's a good idea. Be patient. Make him work. Maybe try to build up his pitch count a little bit. Lower half of the lineup.
.20 pitch. That one missed.
3-0.
So in danger of walking the number 8 hitter with 2 runners already on base.
The last thing you want right now is get to the top of the order with bases juiced or 2 guys on for Jacob Albert.
Fennel takes a deep breath and fires. That one's in there, inside corner, 3-1.
Now you got to open up the zone a little bit. One spot only. If you like it, you go get it. If not, you can take a 3-2 count.
Fennel comes set. Long wait for this 3-1.
Surprised he hasn't called timeout yet.
That one's hit over to the left side. Pena's going to go to second for one. They go for the double play. It bounces off a carry. So they get the middle guy. Yanako is erased. Barbuto moves to third. Sharp reaching on the fielder's choice.
Really good job by Owen Carey to come off the bag right there and knock it down. So Barbuto cannot advance home.
Libby's a kid that was not starting for most of the year. I noticed that he started playing third base. They had Josh Jones starting most of the season, but as of late, it's been Preston Libby at third. Sophomore. Swing and a miss at Fennel's pitch.
Campo must see something there for him to put him in the lineup, because when we played Pinkerton in the regular season, Matt Barbuto was at third base. And then this guy was at third base in our playoff game versus Pinkerton.
I guess there's a massive line trying to get in here. I just got a picture. Pop up, carry over, can't get it.
Good bid. Good bid trying to reach over.
Yeah, like a crazy line.
Yeah, that's why the stands aren't full yet, Pete, because they're all outside waiting to get in. That's crazy.
So 2 strikes here, 2 outs in the inning. Fennel trying to leave these runners stranded at the corners and keep this a 1-0 Londonderry lead.
He's going to go with a breaking ball other half.
Libby. There goes the runner from first. Pitch is away and low maybe. Sharp into second. All right, Mr. Official Scorer, is that a defensive indifference or am I giving a stolen base?
This early in the game, probably going to stolen base. But they definitely weren't going to throw him out because they're not going to risk scoring the run allowing the run to score from third base.
And that pitch missed.
This is a great at-bat by Libby.
Still 2 strikes on the Pinkerton third baseman. Runners at second and third. He fouled that off, just got a piece of the high and away pitch.
All he's doing there is just fouling that ball off. Could have been too close to the zone to take. So just trying to foul it off and look for the next pitch, see if he can do something with it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The runners at second and third with 2 outs. We are in the second. Fennel ready and from the windup. Swing and a miss. He threw the high fastball by him. They're out of the inning. And after 1.5, it's Londonderry 1, Pinkerton nothing. For Londonderry win.
He's been hitting well late of the season, for sure. He's a little dangerous part of their lineup right now.
Big kid. Young kid. I think he's a sophomore.
Yeah, I believe so. So the future is going to remain bright for Coach Demas and Londonderry. They got some young talent coming up the pipeline.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, do they have pitchers that are as good as the 3 they have right now?
I don't think it's possible to replace those 3 guys with anybody. And that's no offense to the guys coming up, but just how good these 3 are that he has. Yeah. It's like that's a once in a lifetime kind of pitching staff he's got this year.
I mean, it's basically a complete game every time all 3 of them go out there.
You don't need a bullpen.
There's a drive, hit the center, but Albert has it lined up, makes the catch. First out of the inning.
2 steps to his right. Can of corn. Conia?
Yeah.
Yep.
And we were looking at it was like 370 to straightaway center, and it was like 40, 50 feet over the fence.
Holy cow.
So it might have been gone in this ballpark. But he couldn't do anything today when it really mattered against Carter Deming. And Monadnock, their long winning streak, got snapped today by White Mountains. Deming went 16 strikeouts against that Monadnock offense, and they won it 2-0 or 3-0.
Coach Hopley can pop the bottles on that, I guess?
Yeah.
So he can keep his streak going?
Yeah. This is Anderson, the shortstop. 1-1 count on him. Looks like there's activity in the Pinkerton bullpen. I don't know. There's one guy down there.
Yeah, but
there's a drive into right. It's going to drop in front of Archer, and Brady Anderson has a hit.
It looks like They have a catcher down there, and I'm not sure. I bet you. Oh no, there's some. I think that's the catcher.
Okay.
And then there's a kid who's doing his arm drills, throwing a ball against the wall.
Yeah, I thought that was Brazier, number 17. Here's Heenan. It's number 12. Okay. So it's Cole Eaton.
Really?
That's the catcher. Heenan up there. Got a 1-strike count on him.
The game-winning knock versus Bedford, correct?
Yeah, he was the hero. He got the Buffalo Wild Wings gift card after that game. Throw behind the runner. Do they got him? They do.
Great play by Yanako and an excellent tag by Marshall. They slap it down quick so he can't get his hand back in time. That hurts.
Yanako to Marshall. Second out of the inning. Heenan with 2 strikes against him. Watson trying to end this inning. And he does with the strikeout. And he is tagged by Yanako. And that ends the inning. So Watson gets out of it.
We'll see if that leads to some momentum for Pinkerton's offense next inning with the top of the order coming up. This will be interesting. Things could get going for us right now, Pete.
We go to the top of the third. Londonderry up 1-0 on Pinkerton. Jacob Albert, Brendan Horn, Jackson Marshall against Connor Fennell. Gave up 2 hits in his last inning of work, but able to get out of the jam without any runs scoring. Albert fouls it off to the left.
I would expect if Jacob gets on, they're going to push the envelope on the bases and start to be a little aggressive here.
1 strike on Albert. Fennell winds and fires. Offered to bunt, pulled the bat back, 1-1.
Not a bad idea. Third baseman's playing back, and Albert can fly. Hey, right now you just need base runners. Put some more pressure back on Londonderry.
1-1 pitch misses low. 2-1. Albert hits it up the middle. Deflected by Fennell right to the shortstop. Hamilton throws, got him by a half a step. A good stretch by Carey, huh?
Good stretch. His foot looked like it might have slid off the bag, so we'll see.
Here comes.
That's right. And the first thing they tell you at a plate conference is sportsmanship, and then look, we want to get the calls right, so if we have to get together, we'll get together.
That's good. Is the pitch to Horn. Horn hits it in the air out to right field. Over for it is Stott. Did you think he lost it a little in the sun?
I did. I thought I lost a little bit because he a couple steps in, then a couple steps back. Driving a long second inning. Kind of getting Fennell back into a rhythm.
Missed with that pitch to Marshall. Marshall walked his first time up after a lengthy at bat. That one's hit hard and high off to the right side. So 1-1 on Jackson. Swing and a miss.
Swinging for the downs on that one. Hanging slider, hanging curveball, and he just too early on it.
1-2, Fennell trying to end it. Fastball away. 2-2. Corsetto waits on deck if Marshall can reach. Here's Fennell's 2-2 pitch. Misses low.
Again, just like the first inning, putting him on base doesn't really hurt you right now.
Yeah. Especially when you get to 3-2, right?
Yeah, like, just deal with it. If he's on, he's on. Go get the next guy.
And he's on again. 2 full count walks to Jackson Marshall. And it's a 2-out base runner for Corsetto. Corsetto reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. That pitch is low. And Heenan coming out to talk to Fennell.
Just kind of settle him down. Maybe he was a little frustrated that he didn't get that 3-2 call. Just trying to settle him down and just lock in on this hitter.
Fennell's a fiery guy. I mean, when he, just kind of watching him closely in that Bedford game, when he would finish the inning, get a big out, a strikeout, he shows a lot of emotion.
He definitely wears his emotions on his sleeve, which can be good or which can be bad, because if things don't go his way and he's showing his emotions, the other team can get their dugout going real quick.
1 ball, no strike pitch to Corsetto. That one breaks in there. 1-1. We're in the third, top of the third. It's a 1-0 Londonderry lead. Marshall on first. Inside corner.
Pitch.
He paints, man.
Yeah, he works his corners when he needs to. His breaking ball is all over, has been very effective tonight, and then he can always rear back there and throw it by if he needs to.
1-2 count on Lorenzo Corsetto. 2 outs in the inning. Popped up, right side, dropping quick.
That's going to drop.
It's in there safely. Marshall on his way to third. Nobody's at second. Corsetto's going to take it. Single for Corsetto. He gets to second on the throw.
You could be courteous and give him a double if you want on that, Pete.
Singled his first time up.
But that's why Demas gets paid the big bucks. And
yeah. Swing and a miss at that pitch from Connor Fennell. 1 strike count. 2 runners in scoring position. The go-ahead runs in scoring position. Swinging through that one.
Back-to-back breaking balls. I bet another one's coming with it.
0-2 count on Matt Barbuto, the Pinkerton DH. Fennell back at it. Got him swinging. He gets out of the inning. There's the emotion from Connor Fennell, who's loving it. And we're going to the bottom of the third. Still 1-0 Londonderry. In the top of the order for the Lancers here in the third against Casey Watson. It's still 1-0 Londonderry, scoring a run in the first. That one is hit back to the pitcher. Watson throws a little high, but good thing he's got a 6'8" first baseman.
Very good to have a tall first baseman. Just throw it in his area, and you're going to come down with it. But he's been very good. Obviously, with the help of Yanako, picking the guy off first base last inning was huge. But he's pitched well.
He's up there with 1 out, and he had a single and scored the run in the first inning for Londonderry. That one must have been a little low.
Not sure where that missed. That looked pretty good.
What would you call his arm angle?
Probably 3/4 arm slot. Maybe a little lower. It's definitely funky. It's not something you see every day.
He's got like that Kimbrel type of
kind of stares in.
Setup. Yeah. I hated that so much when he first came to the Red Sox, but then I started loving it when he was blowing people away. Yeah.
Throwing 100 miles an hour by people.
Yeah. 1-on-1 on Hamilton. 1 out. Time called at the plate.
Good pitch.
1-2.
Fastball in the outer half.
So the Pinkerton bullpen's quiet. They got a bunch of guys standing around outside the bullpen.
I think they got kicked out of the actual bullpen here. I don't know if they're allowed to use the turf bullpen that the Fisher Cats use.
Check swing. He went around.
Great pitch. Looks like an outer half slider, and looked like coming in it was probably going to be a fastball. Then it had a sharp break at the end and couldn't hold up.
Second out of the inning, and Carey will hit with 2 outs and the base is empty. Owen's a tremendous hockey player as well. Although he does not play for Londonderry High School's hockey team.
He does not. He's very good at hockey, though. I know that for a fact.
Which kind of stinks. I mean, as a father of a kid who plays high school hockey, who's a very good player and is playing for his high school team,
he like to play against
he has
that kind of
opportunity to play, for these full season teams. But I'm not paying $10,000 or whatever.
No, I don't know. I've never been a hockey guy. I don't know much about it. But it always seems that in high school, if you're really, really good at hockey, you don't play high school hockey.
You don't, unfortunately.
Watch out.
Because I know for a fact Goffstown has several really good hockey players. A goalie that is like the #1 goalie He's a freshman. He's like the #1 goalie in the country, playing for some full season travel team. He's from Goffstown. And we'll be playing at a Division I college someplace. There's a smash to second or shortstop by Carey. Quick down the baseline, but thrown out by Horn. Horn's got a gun.
Yeah, he does. It's one of the better shortstops in the state, and he's only a sophomore. So it's fun to watch him play shortstop, even when he's playing against us, because he makes all those throws look effortless, and the ball just flies out of his hand.
Was blowing people away for Pinkerton back in the 90s.
Yeah, I actually worked for him in the summer, so I got to know him really well, and he's very humble about it. But I also have seen video of him pitching, and I don't think I'd be one of the guys in the box.
There's Yanako, his son, Cole Yanako, hitting one deep to center, back for McKinnon, and gets it in pretty deep center field.
Just under that one. Hit it, and then Brooks Craig's going the Merrimack.
So both those catchers are going, and,
I guess
Brooks Craig too?
Yep.
Wow. There's a strike to Kyle Archer.
Got a feeling they got to turn the lights on here pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't. Coming up on 8 o'clock. There's a drive out to right. Down. It's dropping. It's foul.
It's foul.
2 strikes on Archer. It's amazing that we were able to start this game at 7, considering an hour-and-a-half rain delay prior to the second game today.
Yeah, you guys must have had some quick games going on for this game to start on time.
Well, I think the first game was, 5-4. Newmarket holding on against Littleton, and then I believe it was 3-0. Monadnock winning, and then 5-0 Hollis Brookline winning. 2 dominating pitching performances, one by Carter Deming from White Mountain, 16 Ks. And then Charlie Hale from Hollis, he had 14 Ks.
Wow, a lot of good pitching today.
Yeah.
Speaking of good pitching, Fennell's starting to get into a groove right now after striking out Barbudo last inning to end it, and then going right after these guys early on.
Second out of the 4th. It's Sharp, the left fielder. Hits the first pitch to third. It's going to get by Pena. That could be extra bases. Sharp around first. It gets by the left fielder. Rourke struggled to get that one, but Sharp's going to have to stay at second. That's going to be a double. It could have been worse, though.
It could have been. Rourke looked like it might have hit something down there. I mean, Pinkerton guys are outside the bullpen over there, so I don't know if the umpire waved safe, so it tells me the ball didn't hit him, but...
Yeah, and Jones actually, as I said earlier, he was the starting third baseman for a good chunk of the season. And actually, when they played Londonderry in Derry, I think it was May 6th, the day after Cinco de Mayo, Jones faced Fennell a few times. He was the starter at third, so he's
seen him. He knows what he's got, but that's been over a month and a half later.
Here's the pitch to him. Swings and misses. That one, the bottom dropped out of it.
Breaking ball, slider, curveball action right there.
Well, Libby had struck out on 4 pitches when he faced him in the second inning, so...
This is a guy that you need to go right after, because with the leadoff hitter on deck, you don't want first and second and third with top of the order up.
1 strike pitch. Fennell's going to kick and fire.
He's really starting to live with his off speed. I don't know if he's struggling with his fastball control, but he's been throwing his breaking balls and off speed for strikes, and it's been giving Pinkerton a little bit of fits past couple innings.
Sharp, who doubled, leads off a second. Middle infielder's trying to keep him close. Fennell takes a look back and delivers up high. Oh, he called it a strike.
Looked a little up, but what are you going to do?
Call. And it's 1-2 now, and Fennell's 1 strike away from getting out of it, and Strandon the tying run at second.
And if he goes down swinging, I bet you're going to see a lot of emotion yet again.
Or he drops a breaking ball in for a strike 3.
Yeah, if he does it on his own, doesn't put the ball in play, we're going to see some fired up Connor Fennell walking back to that dugout.
Josh Jones with 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Fennell delivers. Popped up.
Pete,
is it going to be playable? Heenan looks, and it's a couple rows in.
Not even close to us. I lied.
Yeah, you better catch it if it comes up here.
Got 2-2 count?
1-2 still.
1-2 count. See if he goes with a breaking ball on the outer half.
2 outs in the inning. Fennel ready. A little low. It's 2-2.
There's that breaking ball, just on the outer half.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at second. And Heenan's going to go visit his pitcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fennel trying to end it with the pinch hitter Josh Jones at the plate for Pinkerton. It's hit up the middle, base
there
hit.
It goes.
They're going to wave him home and try and tie this game. Here comes Sharp, and we're tied at 1. RBI pinch hit single, Josh Jones.
That was a great at-bat, Pete. Right off the bench, cold, like you said earlier. He saw him a few weeks back in the regular season game, so maybe he was just sitting one pitch right there looking for a fastball and drove it right back up the box. That was a great at-bat right there. What happened? See if I can be Nostradamus here.
That one's away.
A change up on the outer half, trying to get him to roll over.
Up high, 2-0.
Fennel dropped to a lower arm slot on that one, trying to mix up arm angles, make it a little tougher for him to pick up.
2 balls, no strike. The count on the Pinkerton leadoff batter. It's got Josh Jones, a runner at first. A run in. We're tied at 1 in the 4th. There goes Jones taking off for second. Heenan's throw is late. Stolen base, Josh Jones. So not a bad substitution here.
No, you bring him in off the bench, cold, RBI single, tie the game, stealing second base. Now you got a guy in scoring position for one of the best hitters in the state. Let's see if Jacob can do something here.
Albert with a chance to give his team the lead. It's a 2-1 count.
2-1. He's sitting fastball. I'm going to try to hit it hard into the gap.
It is low. 3-1. And they got Horn on deck.
Dangerous part of the lineup right now. See if this guy gets on. Let's see if Demas starts getting Michael Crowley loose in the bullpen.
Do you think it'll be Crowley?
Well, Rourke's in left field,
Rourke?
so my guess is he'd go to Crowley.
That one missed away, and
That was
Albert
a great
knew it.
pitch.
A walk on 5 pitches.
I mean, just if you don't want things to take a turn too quickly, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're down 4-1, even though it's 2 outs.
Brendan Horn takes one up high and near his head. Pinkerton fans didn't like that one. Neither did Horn, I don't think, but I don't think anything intentional.
No,
by
definitely
Fennel.
not intentional. You're not trying to get someone on base. Base is loaded for Jackson Marshall.
No.
No,
No.
he's not trying to throw at him, that's for sure.
Fennel's 1-0 pitch to Brendan Horn. Hit high and foul. It's
might
gonna
have a
be out of
chance.
play.
Drew's chasing it.
That thing was kind of twisting back in.
A little backspin on it, trying to pull it back into play here. I feel like Fennel's a little not too fired up, but he's overthrowing a little bit here, trying to do it himself. When what's really been working all game is his pounding the zone and letting his defense do the work for him.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Still 2 outs in the inning. First and second for Brendan Horn. The game is tied at 1. Horn rips it foul down the left field side, way out of play.
The one thing I've always preached to my pitchers since I've been at Wyndham is when we're pitching, it's 9 versus 1. Like, I don't preach the big 10, 12 strikeout games. Make them hit the ball and let your defense do work for you. And Londonderry's got a pretty solid defense.
Fennel 1 strike away from getting out of it. 1-2 on Brendan Horn. 2 runners leading off. That one's fisted foul. It's going to reach the seats to the Pinkerton fans down there.
It's 3 straight breaking balls since he went up and in on him on the first pitch.
So still 1-2.
We got a baseball game here, Pete. It's going to be a good one.
Yes, we do. Fennel's 1-2 to Brendan Horn. Ripped foul left side out of play again.
He is early on. I mean, he's working inner half, so scouting report tells us something that they're seeing to work him on the inner half with breaking balls. But he keeps fighting off, and he's looking for a better pitch. He's doing a really good job at it. Steve's got to win this at bat. So 4 straight fouls on down left field line.
Another 1-2 pitch from Connor Fennell to Brendan Horn. Horn pops it up. Right side.
Tough
Anderson under, makes the catch. That ends the inning. But Pinkerton gets 1. They leave 2. But after 3.5, it's 1-1 Londonderry and the Astros. So it's going to be Johan Pena to lead things off for the Lancers.
Bottom 4 here, Pete?
Yep, bottom 4. Tied at 1. That pitch missed. Londonderry fans having some fun.
A little riled up over there. Still light movement down the Pinkerton bullpen.
That one's fouled off right side.
Nothing going even close in the Londonderry bullpen, so it tells me Demas is not even probably thinking about taking Fennell out. Although I don't know what his pitch count is yet. I mean, there's no game after this, so you ride him as long as you can until he gets in too much trouble.
Watson. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Corsetto has it, throws to first for the out. First guy down in the bottom of the 4th. It's Kevin Rourke. He singled his first time, stole a base. That was in the first. He bunts and he bunts it foul into himself. I think Coach Campbell's trying to get an out call here.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. I think he's trying to work the umpire a little bit, see if he had anything outside the box, which he did not. That's what you gotta do. You gotta work the umpires a little bit sometimes, see if you can steal a call here and there.
Yeah. 1 strike pitch to Kevin Rourke. Stott is on deck for Londonderry.
Great pitch.
And a miss.
Very good pitch. Casey seems to be dialed in right now.
So he works from the stretch
all the time. I see a lot of pitchers start to. I mean, one of our guys, Cole Constantine, is primarily out of the stretch. There's no hybrid rule anymore, so it doesn't really matter where you start.
Strike 3. They're going to throw to first and get Rourke. Huh? Yep.
It's got some flow.
He just caught it. You should see my other one. He looks like freaking Shaggy. There's a smash to the shortstop.
Again, make your defense work. And
throws
laser
across
beam.
in a quick
Great inning.
Watson.
That's what you call a shutdown inning. You guys tied the game up. Casey Watson comes out and just 1, 2, 3, quick in order, and then get the offense back in the dugout.
No. So Fennell back to the mound. Marshall is going to lead off the inning.
On that swing, it looked like he was trying to take a lead all by himself. Campos telling him to calm down a little bit, just put the ball in play, make good things happen.
He's 0 for 0 with 2 walks.
He's getting Crowley's going down to the bullpen right now.
Yeah.
Who will be joining my Cole Constantine down at Assumption this fall as well.
Oh, really?
Yep. Where'd that ball go?
So 2 strikes now on Marshall.
I'm throwing him nothing but breaking balls the rest of this at bat with 2 strikes. If I'm calling pitches.
Up high.
The fact that he's only a junior and he's this big. It's crazy.
That one's hit. Foul off a third. Have you seen him play basketball?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's been a big thorn in the side of Wyndham the past couple of years.
He's a good shooter for a big guy. I mean, he can shoot threes.
He can play anywhere on the court.
Fennell trying to take care of Marshall. Hit high and pretty deep to center, but not deep enough. McKinnon is there. Deepest shot we've seen today, but it's just a long, hard out.
Long fly out.
He's 1 for 2. He had that blooper that kind of dropped in between 3 fielders out there, and
The double.
yeah, medium, that double, yeah. The bloop double.
The bloop double. Ooh.
That was interesting.
Trying to bunt, a little defensive bunt, maybe a little up and in right there. But they just moved Pena in on the grass at third base, so they'll take that away. Now Lorenzo's got to swing away, or as they like to call him, Zoe.
Zoe. That one's popped up. Anderson trying to get underneath it. He does. So second out for Fennel. First 2 outs here in the 5th. It's Barbuto. 1 for 2. Struck out his last time. You can hear the Londonderry fans chanting, Fennel, Fennel. Did that hit Barbuto?
No, I think he got the knob of the bat.
Barbuto was trying to steal one. Seen that 3 times today.
He got 3 straight curveballs his last at bat when he struck out, and he started him off with a curveball again. So I am expecting them to stick with that plan for right now.
Coach Campbell's like, wait a minute. Is Campo a referee?
He referees basketball.
Yeah. Okay.
I've never seen him do it, but he does. Like we talked after a game once and about a call in one of our games. They called a balk on one of his pitchers because they went to lick his fingers, which was on the rubber, and it's illegal. But Campo goes, if you call it once, that's a good hit by Barbuto in the gap. That's going to be the extra bases, 2, maybe 3, depending on his speed. No, it's going to be a stand-up double right there. That's a great at-bat. Outstanding at-bat.
Barbuto with the double. You know,
the regular season, those are things you could miss or don't miss. When this is the first time I've seen a 4-man system. Usually it's a 3-man system in the championship game, but this year they're going 4-man, which I like. So everything's covered.
They had 3 men for the Final 4. But
correct. This is the first time I've seen a 4-man crew for the finals.
Yanako with the drive.
Oh, just foul
down the left field line.
I know Cole. He's a Wyndham kid, as we all know, so I know him pretty well. Know him from his dad. I know he hasn't had the season he's wanted to, so I'm sure he's really hoping to break out this game and end his high school career with back-to-back championships.
He's 1 for 2 in this game.
And he's picked someone off.
Fennel's got 1 strike on him. Runner at second is Barbuto. Fouled off. It's 2 strikes on Cole Yanako.
He's getting a curveball here. No doubt about it.
Fennel trying to strand the go-ahead run at second. Dealing to Yanako. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got
high
him.
fastball.
High fastball. He couldn't hold up. And we're still tied going to the bottom of the 5th.
86 through 5. And Casey Watson's at 40 through 4.
Wow.
So you see Casey's been pitching to a lot of contact, and Connor's had to work in and out of jams and long at bat. So you can see the difference of maybe Connor's starting to get a little tired and Casey's still got plenty left in the tank. And we got Michael Crowley warming up in the bullpen right now. Look like he's about to get a full go.
Jones, the leadoff batter for the Lancers here in the bottom of the 5th. He's got a 1-0 count. He drives one into center field, but Albert is there quickly and puts it away.
That's what he does. You think balls are going to fall, and all of a sudden Jacob Albert comes out of nowhere. I mean, trying to hit the ball in his direction.
This is Anderson. He singled and then got picked off by Yanako. Big play in the second. There's a hit to the third baseman off the glove of Jones. It's going to be an error. E5 on Josh Jones, who stayed in the game after pinch hitting and had an RBI single.
If Demas goes a little aggressive here, I mean, it's hard to be aggressive with Yanako behind the dish. It's just, he's got that good of an arm. He's that talented.
Watson pitches to Heenan. He fouls the first one off. It's 0-1. Drew struck out his first time. That was in the second. It ended the second. right after the pickoff at first, and Anderson got picked off.
My thought process here is you got to work the outer half, work some off speed, try to get him to roll over the shortstop, and get a double play to get out of the inning. No matter what happens here, he's probably going to go to Leo with the.
Listen to the Londonderry crowd trying to make noise.
They are real into it right now.
Cheer their team on. Tie game.
Oh, he is going to bunt.
They throw behind the runner.
Oh my gosh!
Off the base, running him to third.
That is huge.
Him out.
That is a big mistake there. He misses the bunt. Yanako fires a seed down to second base, and he is out.
Wow, big. So
I see hands being raised in the dugout.
So does he have to get sent out of there?
No, he'll stay. He can stay in the dugout because you can't send him to a place that's not supervised.
Okay.
So he'll stay in the dugout, but he is done in the baseball game.
So they got to find another second baseman and somebody else to hit seventh.
And we got one strike on the batter after failed bunt attempt.
So it's a 1-strike count on Brett McKinnon, but now 2 outs, and Heenan has moved up to second base, so still got a runner in scoring position. Watson hoping to shut down the inning.
Got 2 strikes now. This is a huge, absolutely huge momentum shift if he strikes this guy out here.
Yeah, it was first and second with one out. And they ran into an out. And once again, Yanako
showing off why he's the Division I catcher. He's the best in the state.
2-strike count.
All due respect to the other guys, but he's the best.
The pitch from Watson misses away.
Good miss. It's a good miss right there.
Top of the order on deck, Hamilton for Londonderry. 2 outs in the inning. Still tied at 1. Heenan leads off a second. It's a 1-2 count on Brett McKinnon. Casey Watson comes set. A little low.
Back-to-back sliders.
McKinnon's got a lot of speed. He's even in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner on second. We're in the last of the 5th. Tied at 1. Watson deals. Another low one. 3-2.
Gotta go after him.
So it was 0-2. Now it's 3-2.
Yeah. Let's see if he puts him. If he gets on here, let's see if Campo's gonna go to the bullpen.
3-2 pitch. Momentarily from Casey Watson, but time is called at home plate. McKinnon back in there. Watson looking in, shaking off one sign. Now he's ready. Another 3-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around?
Yes, he did. Wow.
Watson gets out of the
way
inning.
to work out of it. That's impressive.
Strand the runner at second, and we're going to the 6th, all tied at 1.
Londonderry runs into an out.
All right, Fennel back out there. It's Kyle Archer. The new second baseman is Kevin Rourke.
Now Londonderry's got another pitcher. It looks like he's got a right-hander getting loose. I can't tell who it is. Number 8, maybe.
Well, I think Crowley's number 8.
Oh yeah, that is Crowley. He was holding his glove in the other hand.
Grounder to third. A little trouble by Pena. Gathers and throws across for the out. That one's popped into center field. McKinnon gets it.
2 quick outs. So even if they go down 1-2-3 here, Pinkerton's got to have top of the order to start the top of the 7th next inning. If this guy goes down 1-2-3.
Swing and a miss. 2 quick strikes on Jones. Jones had the RBI single that tied this game in the 4th. That was as a pinch hitter. That one's hit foul, right side, long
get out of
run.
play into the bullpen.
The bullpen.
Yep.
The bullpen that you can't use.
The bullpen you are not allowed to use, which makes 0 sense. I'm curious if where they're warming up is a portable mound or is that just flat ground out there? Stupid.
2-strike pitch to Jones. Curveball stays inside.
It's too hard to see.
Fennel waiting for Jones to get back in the box. He wants to end this inning.
He's just ready to go.
Here's the pitch. Struck him out. Connor Fennel pumped again. Strikeout number 6. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 1. The order. It's Hamilton, Carey, Pena against Casey Watson, and the Londonderry crowd all on their feet behind their dugout over on the first base side.
You couldn't ask for much better for Londonderry to go to the bottom of the 6th with the top of the order up.
Strike 1 to Hamilton. 1 for 2. Scored the only Lancer run in the 1st. That one's hit softly to 3rd. Jones going to have to hurry, and he gets him.
Good quick out. Casey Watson has been dealing.
To be up over 100
He's got to be very close. I mean, this is the only guy you really got to worry about right now at this point is Owen Carey, because if he hooks one of these balls 306 down the right field line, he can clear that with ease.
1 ball, no strike count on Carey. 1 out in the 6th. He hits it on the ground to the second baseman. Up with it, Corsetto. 2 quick outs for Watson in the 6th.
Got jammed.
I made the mistake of calling him Johan earlier this year.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was actually Johan.
Yeah, well, I learned that by listening to people say his name at the Londonderry game.
Yeah. I went and watched the Londonderry Exeter game, and from where I was scouting, I think it must have been his parents. They always was saying, Johan. I'm like, oh, so it is Johan.
Yeah. Well, just the last name Pena, you would think it's Johan.
Yeah.
Johan. 2 strikes quickly, and Watson is 1 strike away from getting this game to the 7th inning, tied at 1. Watson to Pena. Hit hard. It's going to land safely in left field. Johan Pena gives Londonderry a 2-out base runner for Kevin Rourke.
Inject a little life into the Lancers for the rest of this inning, see if we can do anything here.
He's got one of those 4 hits. That was in the 1st inning. Ball 1 to him.
Rourke, their cleanup hitter?
Yep. We're going to find out in a couple of spots who's hitting for Brady Anderson, playing at second base. Well, we know Rourke's playing at second base, but they got to find.
But who went in for Anderson?
1 ball, 1 strike count on Kevin Rourke. Started the game in left field. Now he's playing at second. Timeout called by Rourke at home plate.
This Londonderry fan section is ready to explode if something big happens here.
Yeah, they're all standing. I mean, they're into it. Cued foul, right side.
He was so early, he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first, Johan Pena. And Pena's a big guy, and he is like dwarfed by Marshall over there at first.
There was a picture from our game where one of our guys was standing on first base, like literally on top of first base, and Jackson still looked like a giant.
Yeah.
I was like, he stood easy 6 inches on there. I'm like, holy cow.
A gentle giant for sure.
Yes.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Casey Watson dealing with Kevin Rourke. 2 outs in the 6th. Man on first. Misses away. Fastball.
Good waste.
2
Good
and
waste
2.
pitch.
Liam Stott on deck. Rourke ready for the 2-2 from Watson. Swing and a miss, he got him. The inning is over. They strand the runner at first, and we go to the 7th, tied at 1.
Casey Watson is absolutely dealing right now. This is fun to watch.
Regular inning, I guess you could say. Regulation inning.
Yeah, now Pinkerton's fan section's coming to life, and they're about ready to explode if something big happens here.
Connor Fennell, what'd you say, was at 94?
96.
So that's 97 right there. So Fennell has a chance to finish this game. Fouled off by Albert. Jacobs 0 for 2. Reached this last time on a walk. He's behind in the count, 0-2 to Fennell. That one missed away, and Heenan couldn't quite glove it. It was way out of the zone. 1-2. Pinkerton's got the top of their order up. When Londonderry hits, they'll have 5, 6, and 7.
A little patience right here by Jacob Albert, working the count back to a 2-2 count.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Fennell now over 100 pitches, but he can get up to 120. That one's fouled up near us.
He's at 98, so yeah, now he's at 99 now. So yeah, he's
So now he's about to get to 100.
Yeah.
This pitch will be his 100th. Fennell deals. That one's hit towards second over Rourke. Throws and gets him. Big out.
Huge
to start
out.
this. Our offer.
I actually think they did that against us, but there's also a lot of walks involved
Yeah.
in our playoff game. I mean, they only had 3 hits against us the entire game.
That one's popped up.
It's a tough shot.
Second baseman Rourke doesn't see it.
They don't know where it is.
The right fielder
Okay.
comes. That's why he didn't see it. It was about 50 feet behind him. So a pop up to right field and 2 quick outs for Fennell. If he gets Jackson Marshall here on an economy of pitches,
Go back up.
he's 0 for 1.
2 walks
Yeah.
and a long fly out.
That one is laced but foul.
He's looking to do some damage right
He
now.
wants to give Pinkerton a 2-1 lead right here.
He's
with one out
definitely
into
looking
the
to do
brew
that.
house there in left field. Here's an 0-1 pitch.
Oh,
Swing
that
and
one-
miss at the high heater. I think Fennell kind of knew.
Yeah, he's like, all right, let's mix it up here.
What do you think's coming here? A breaking ball for sure.
I would.
0-2 to Marshall. No, a fastball.
High fastball. Good idea as well.
Not even a 7-footer could get to that
No,
one.
I was over Marshall's head.
1-2 count on Jackson Marshall. Connor Fennell deals. Hit hard. Backhand. What a grab by Hamilton. And throws for the out. Play of the game so far defensively for Londonderry.
That was a
Keeps
great
this
play.
A 1-1 game going to the last of the 7th.
That ball was hit on the absolute nose. You're hitting for Brady Anderson.
Watson misses.
I feel like whoever's in the bullpen down there, Leo Boucher, is throwing a complete game because he's been down there since the 2nd inning.
Yeah, I know, huh? He'll definitely be warm. 1-0 pitch to Stott. Strike called outside corner.
Good pitch.
Oops. Watson looking in for the sign. He delivers. That one misses away. 2-1. Stott, then Jones. Watson deals 2-1. That one bounced. 3-1. And if he issues a walk here, this place is going bananas, especially that blue section over there.
Absolutely.
At
And
first base.
if he walks, I guarantee you they're going to be bunting him over.
Absolutely. With Jet Jones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Here's the 3-1. fouled off into the sea of blue over there. They better watch out. So Watson gets the count full now here, 3-2.
Best pitch right here. Let's see if he goes with the slider that's been working on there, or if he's going with a fastball.
Outside corner. Stott was headed down to first. Watson gets the call. 1 out in the 7th.
Big pitch. Campo took a couple of steps out of the dugout thinking it might have been ball 4. Looked like he was going to go pull him, but he's going to give him another.
Yeah, Jones coming up.
No doubles here.
Jones has got 2 flyouts to center. Watson has 1 out in the 7th. We're tied at 1. That one missed away. It looked very similar to the one that just got Stott called out on.
It was pretty close.
Who's the, is it 21 in the on-deck circle?
Yes,
yep,
that'd be Parent.
Strike called right there, 1-1. That one is hit back to the pitcher. Watson handcuffed him. 2nd out.
2 outs. A big one,
yeah,
for sure.
It came on a full count pitch too. So Parent came into this game after Anderson got ejected for going a little too hard into third base. And Parent swings and I guess got a piece of that one.
Foul tip into the dirt on a slider.
1 strike count. Heenan on deck. The Astros hoping to push this to an 8th inning where they would have their number 4 hitter up. Inside corner.
Front door slide piece. That's a great pitch.
Parent didn't like it, but he's in a hole 0-2.
As a pitching guy, Pete, I really like that pitch.
Oh, yeah.
I love the front door sliders.
Here's an 0-2 pitch. Can Watson send it to the 8th? Stays high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Starting to feel like football weather right tonight.
Yeah.
It's getting a little chilly.
Yep.
2nd week of June.
Watson comes set. Ready for the 1-2. Hit to the shortstop. Horn gets it. He boots it. And it's an error. And Londonderry has the winning run on with 2 outs in the 7th. Finish here. 2 outs in the 7th. Casey Watson has a runner on first.
That is a big lead over there.
And a ground ball foul off the third base side. Coach Demas is going to field it and flip it over to Jones. So 1 strike on Drew Heenan, the Londonderry catcher. Are you stealing here?
I don't know what his speed is, so this, to me, no.
You got Yanako back there.
Exactly.
He's already thrown 2 guys out. Or at least been a part of 2 outs, led by him throwing. There's a smash. Horn diving play. Up with it.
Oh my God!
After making the error to give Londonderry a chance, Brendan Horn makes a dynamic play at shortstop to end the inning and send this to 8 innings, extra innings for the championship.
Pete, curious to see if Pinkerton's gonna keep the aggressive route and swing early and often, or try to chase him from the game by working his pitch count this inning. As it looks like Michael Crowley will be coming in relief.
2-0 the count. I got Fennell for 6 strikeouts. Two 2-0 count on the Pinkerton leadoff batter, Lorenzo Corsetto. That one drops in there. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Slow breaker.
Fennell has been outstanding, but Casey Watson has matched him pitch for pitch this entire game.
Yep. With a lot less pitches thrown, actually.
Yep.
Here's a pitch to Corsetto. That one's a strike. Another breaking ball. So he fell behind 2-0. Now it's 2-2.
Didn't seem like Lorenzo liked that one very much.
1-1 game, top of the 8th. That one
That's gonna fall.
Drop
That's gonna drop.
Base hit, leading off the inning for Corsetto.
You got to bunt him over. You absolutely are bunting him over right here.
He's got 2 hits in the game. Pinkerton with a chance here to take the lead in the 8th. against Fennel, coming down to his last few pitches. Barbuto up there. No indication of a bunt. He's swinging away.
That's scary.
And with purpose.
Okay, Campo. Let's see what we're doing here.
Yanako on deck. Runner at first is Corsetto. 1 strike count. Barbuto calls time. He doubled his last time. Singled off Fennel in the second. Also struck out in between there. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. The throw is late. It bounces on the way, and Corsetto's got a steal.
Does the same thing. I don't know if that was a hit and run or just swinging through just to get in the catcher's way, but that was a well-timed steal. And I think Barbuto was literally just swinging just to get in the eyes of Heaton behind the dish.
0-2 count, but the runner in scoring position, the go-ahead run. Fennel ready for Barbuto on 0-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. First out of the inning, strikeout number 7 for Fennel, and that'll bring up Yanako. Yanako in this game, 1 for 3, had a single in the second. Struck out his last time up against Fennel. Corsetto, the runner at second. Yanako was squaring to bunt. He offered. What's the thought there?
Everyone was deep. I don't know if he was trying to bunt. He squared late, so maybe he was trying to bunt for a hit also while trying to move him over.
Corsetto leading off a second. There's 1 out, 1 strike on Yanako. Archer in the on-deck circle for Pinkerton. Crowley still warming up in the bullpen. He'll probably be in this game soon unless Fennel can get out of this one. That is a drive out to left. The left fielder Parent going back. Still going back. He's not going to get it. It bounces in front of the wall. The run's going to score. It's an RBI double for Cole Yanako.
Wow.
And the Astros are on top 2-1 in the top of the 8th.
Talk about leaving your mark in your final game of the season. 2 picked off runners, 2 for 3 game, and the potential game-winning RBI.
0 for 3, struck out a couple of times against Fennel. Still in there. Now trailing 2-1. First time tonight. The Lancers have trailed.
This must be his last hitter, I'm guessing, pitch count-wise. He's got to be close. Yeah, this is his last hitter.
So Archer with a 1-0 count. Fennel not long for this game. And I'm saying that like, you know, he's in the 8th inning.
Yeah, he's pitched great.
Out, so.
And he's allowed 2 runs, 5 hits tonight? 6 hits?
2, 4, 6.
Yeah, he's pitched
8 hits. Yeah, he had 6 before this inning.
I mean, most of the time when he gets 1 or 2 runs, that's all he needs to win a baseball game.
That one's going to drop in.
That's going to score another one.
Field. It's a base hit. They're going to send Yanako. It got by McKinnon, and it's a 3-1 lead for Pinkerton.
Pinkerton bats are coming alive.
Single. Archer. And here comes Coach Demas. That's it for Fennel.
Well, he also has a double tonight.
Runner at first is Archer, who just drove in the run that made it 3-1, and Crowley's first pitch fades outside. Ball 1, and Pinkerton with their number 8 hitter up, so the top of the order kind of coming up around the corner if they can keep the inning going.
Crowley,
They'd love to put up some more runs.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Crowley, a very tough lefty. He's a great pitcher.
There goes the runner from first. It bounces to Heenan. The throw is not in time. Good throw, but a stolen
Very
base
good throw
by Archer.
Great jump. Probably give him the steal sign and go on first move. So as soon as you see that leg up, that foot move, you're taking off. So let's see if Eli can do anything here to pad the lead a little bit.
2-0 count.
Still 1 out.
1 out, another man in scoring position for the Astros, trying to add on to this 2-run lead. Curveball finds its way in the zone. 2 balls and a strike. That Londonderry section is still standing over there.
I know.
They have not sat
for the past 3-4 innings.
Maybe because their seats are wet. I don't know,
That
but
could
it's
be.
probably because they're enjoying the game. 2-1 pitch from Crowley. Curveball.
Little up. Didn't snap it off enough.
3-1 count. Crowley takes a look back at second. Nobody really holding him on. Here comes Hamilton. 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Sharp. 3-2. 2 runs in. They got the leadoff guy on. Corsetto with a base hit. He stole second. Barbuto struck out, but then an RBI double to left by Yanako, and then an RBI single by Archer. That one's fouled off.
Very good timely hitting for them this game.
Yeah.
When they needed it to be.
Crowley with a 3-2 pitch coming to Sharp. Ball 4. Close pitch. But Pinkerton's got first and second with one out.
Pick your poison.
I mean, why wouldn't you bunt right now? You got the lead, and they are bunting, and it's a good one up the third
it's
base
gonna
line.
kick.
Is it going to stay fair? No. Crowley grabbed it right when it went foul, but we almost had bases loaded with one out for Pinkerton and a real chance to break this bad
That
boy
was
open.
a great bunt attempt.
One strike, the count on the batter, Josh Jones. 2 runners on, 1 out, 2 in. 3-1 lead, Pinkerton, top of the 8th. Crowley delivers. Another bunt.
Another
That
great
one's going
bunt.
back to the pitcher. They're going to have to go to first. And a close play. Jones thought he had it beat, but that's the second out of the inning.
He was moving down. Let's see what we do here. Got to walk Albert or go? I'm going to another sack bunt that could really open the doors for him.
Albert trying to break this game open. Curveball.
Just up.
2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. The bullpen crews come in for Pinkerton. I assume it's going to be Watson.
Yeah, I bet you let him start. He gets in any trouble, you pull the hook immediately and go to Leo.
Strike called by Albert, or on Albert, 1-1. Crowley steps off. Archer, the runner at third, Sharp at second. That one's in there. 1-2. Crowley desperately wanting to shut the door here and keep this a 2-run game. He's ready for the 1-2 pitch to Jacob Albert. Winds and fires. Outside, just missed.
Great spot to miss there. Albert with a great eye taking that.
Probably not going to be able to do much with that one
No,
anyways.
if anything, you're just gonna, if you swing it there, you're just hoping to foul it off and see another pitch.
Here's a 2-2 pitch from Michael Crowley to Jacob Albert. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, he got him. So they strand the 2 runners in scoring position, but the Astros get 2, and they need 3 outs for their second consecutive championship.
Looks like they're going to pitch and change. Throwing right-hander with a really good slider when it's working.
So Boucher, entrusted with a 2-run lead, he throws high for ball 1.
This has been the only knock on Boucher with him, as he can be a little wild at times. See if he can harness it and shut the door.
Imagine how loud this crowd's going to get if they start getting a rally going here. 2-0 count to Brett McKinnon, the leadoff batter for Londonderry, down 3-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Boucher has missed high on all 3 of his offerings. They've all been hard,
Very hard.
but not in the strike zone. Here comes Jones calling timeout. He's going to go talk to his pitcher, telling him to calm down, tap gloves.
Didn't take long for the bullpen to get
Tell
going
me
again.
McKinnon's not taking the next 2, maybe 3 pitches here.
You might definitely take in the next 2.
3-0 pitch. Ball 4 on
Walks the
4
leadoff
pitches. And Londonderry has the tying run at the plate with the top of the order, Jaden Hamilton, coming up. Dealing. Why not leave him in? You're going to put a sophomore out there with the championship on the line. They got a lefty warming up in the bullpen. I think that's Chaffee, another sophomore.
There it is.
Gets a strike to go.
I understand.
To Hamilton.
I understand the thought process that he's been dealing, and probably the 3rd, maybe 4th time through the lineup. So they're starting to see him a little more. But yeah, you're right. He's been dealing his last 3-4 innings. So, and it looks like Leo might have just found something a little bit.
Well, if he can come in and throw strikes, the point is moot. But if he's going to come in and
walk people,
yeah, then you're second-guessing yourself.
Start second-guessing, which you don't want to do.
2 quick strikes on Hamilton. Up high, the fastball. And it's 1-2 on Jaden Hamilton, the dangerous Owen Carey waiting on deck. Pinkerton trying to get 3 outs here to win their 2nd straight D1 championship. Time called at the plate by Hamilton. Ground ball into the hole, right field, base hit. There goes the runner, McKinnon to 3rd. The throw is off the mark, and Hamilton is into 2nd on the throw, and the Lancers have the tying runs at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out in the last of the 8th. Carey takes one low.
Yep.
Ball 1.
I sense a big hit coming.
Carey can tie this game with a base hit and send this crowd into an absolute frenzy. Missed away, 2-0. Boucher. Leadoff walk and a single.
Struggling with control. You're just sitting fastball here and trying to run into one.
Missing away. It's 3-0.
He's not even close.
Wow. Amazing how this game has turned so quickly. Here comes the reliever in from the bullpen. The lefty, I think that's Mike Chaffee. Carey squaring to bunt, called strike. Outside corner. Boucher just been having trouble getting it in the zone.
That's been the knock against him. He struggles with command at times. It's unfortunate.
1-2 pitch on Carey. Actually, it was a 3-1 pitch, and he walks, and the bases are loaded for Londonderry with nobody out. And Pena coming up. Out for Londonderry. We're in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 2-run lead for Pinkerton. Pena up there. Hit right field. It drops. 2 runs are going to score. I think. Here's the throw. No, they get Carey at home. The 1-run scores. It's 3-2. Carey was thrown out. Not Carey. Hamilton was thrown out at the plate. So now there's 1st and 2nd, and it's 3-2 Pinkerton. So 1st and 2nd, 1 out now. As Hamilton was cut down at the plate, 1st out of the inning. Boucher has 1 out. Rourke takes a strike.
There it is.
Rourke's 1 for 3. Struck out his last 2 times up. That came against the starter, Watson. Runner at 2nd's Owen Carey. Fouled back to the screen. 2 strikes on Rourke. Stott is in the on-deck circle for Londonderry. 0-2 count on Kevin Rourke. Boucher takes a look at the runner at second, comes home.
Oh.
Breaking ball just missed.
Great pitch.
Rourke is like, thank you for calling that a ball.
That one just missed. I don't know where it missed. Maybe it missed a little out. But that looked really good from up here. Really good pitch.
1-2 pitch from Leo Boucher. Missed again. It's 2-2. Tying run on second base. They just had the tying run cut down at the plate. Boucher with a 2-2 count on Rourke. It's cued foul right side. Still 2-2 on Kevin Rourke. Londonderry Senior. Clutch guy.
He is. Very much so.
Against Bedford last Saturday. Tied that game and then scored the winning run on the Heenan game winner. Up high. Oh, Yanako spiked it. Looked like he was
ready to throw down a second base.
Yeah. That could have been
really
disastrous. So the count is full on Kevin Rourke.
After going 0-2.
Rourke having a good at bat here, making Boucher work. Runners lead off of first and second, 1 out, 1-run game. Boucher delivers inside, loaded him up. Carry over to
This
third.
is getting very interesting.
Is there 2 outs or 1?
1 out.
First pitch in there for a strike to start. Leo Boucher's got the bases juiced. A 1-strike count on start for Londonderry. Hit into right field, it's gonna sink. Base hit, we're tied. They're gonna hold the runner at third, and the bases are still loaded, but Liam Stott has tied this game up at 3. All right, we got Jet Jones with a chance to win it for Londonderry. Mike Chaffee on the mound, bases loaded, infield in, 3-3 game. Jones swinging away. He wants to drive this in the air to the outfield. If Chaffee can somehow get out of this, we'll go to the 9th.
This will be amazing if he does.
Wow. Jones with a 1-strike count. Chaffee ready for the 0-1 pitch. Curveball stays high.
Well, there's a cross-up right there between him and Yanako. I don't think Cole was expecting that.
The runners lead off of first, second, and third, but the only one that matters is Zach Montagueri.
Good pitch.
Strike
Very
2.
good pitch. This is a big... If you can strike this guy out, this is what you need right here. Either that or an infield fly.
You absolutely need to strike him out. Montagueri leading off at third. It's 2-strike count, 1-2 on Jones. Up the middle, base hit! The Lancers are gonna win! Montagueri scores! Jet Jones walks it off! And the unbelievable comeback by Londonderry, down 2 in the bottom of the 8th, and the Lancers win it. They win the state championship over their rivals from Pinkerton. 4-3 is the final.
I'm in shock. What a comeback. That is amazing. Pinkerton goes up by 2 in the top of the 8th, and Londonderry comes out firing and punches right back and gets him in the bottom of the 8th. That was an outstanding baseball game by both teams.